This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last session, we finished discussing about customer master. So today we'll start discussing about the new concept, which is material master. So customer master is all about maintaining customer master details, right? So the customer's address, customer's delivery priority, customer's Incoterm, payment terms, a lot of the data which we have maintained at the customer master level, which is applicable only for that particular customer. So today we will be discussing about a new concept, which is material master. So material master is all about the material, the weight, volume of the material, how you sell it, what units you sell it, whether pieces, cartons, each. So a lot of the data about the material is maintained in the material master. So material master is an actual process of MM module. So material master, it's all about maintaining the data of material stored centrally and used in the day-to-day transaction because it's a master data, right? So material master is created with the transaction MM01 and change and display. Material master has a heavy integration. Every module of logistics has some role in the material master maintenance. SD, MM, PP, FI, QM, WM. So every module has some role in the material master. So SD also has certain role in the maintenance of material master. It's not only about SD, we will also try to learn about SD, MM, PP, FI, all these four module integration here. Because only SD alone we cannot learn the material master, that doesn't make sense. So we will discuss a little part of MM, PP, FI, wherever we have integration with the SD, right? So in the customer master is divided into three areas, right? Three data, three screens, whatever we call it as. That is general data, company code data, and and sales area data, right? And those data again has been classified into views. In the sales area data, we have four tabs, right? Sales, shipping, billing, and partner functions. Likewise, in the material master, we don't have that kind of screens. We call it as views. Okay, we call it as views, and every module has certain views. Basic data 1, basic data 2, maintained by MM. Sales org 2, sales general plan, sales org 1, maintained by SD. Purchasing text, again by MM. PP, so you could not see the text here, but I'll tell you. MRP1, MRP2, MRP3, MRP4, maintained by PP. Again here, plant data storage 1, plant data storage 2 by MM. Accounting 1, accounting 2, FI. Costing 1, costing 2, CO. Like this, the views has been classified, and that particular module end users would be maintaining that data, right? And material master is of 18 characters. At the time of customer master, I haven't told you specifically what is the customer master length can be, right? So customer master length can be 10 characters. Okay, it can be 10 characters. Material master 18 characters. Why I'm specifically telling you this particular now in the material master? Because in the S4 HANA, we have some business impact of this particular character length. In the ECC, the material master length in the ECC, the material master length, how do you check? OMSL. OMSL is a transaction. You can see material number length is 18 characters. If you want to check customer master, then the transaction code is SNRO. In the SNRO, object is a debitor. Just click on change. So 10 characters, right? Material number of customers is 10 characters. That you can check in the SNRO transaction. If it is material master, it is OMSL transaction where you can check material number length can be 18 characters, right? But in S/4HANA, SAP allows you to maintain this up to 40 characters. Okay, it's not eight, you are allowed to maintain up to 40 characters, right? So that is what the change happened for the S/4HANA regarding the material number length. Okay. So let's get into the material master and discuss how to maintain the material master. So how do we create it? MM0, MM01. MM01, first is material. Whatever the name you want to give, I want to give aspirin 100. So my material, whatever I'm creating now, it is aspirin 100. Industry, it belongs to, let's say, pharmaceutical. Okay, it belongs to pharmaceuticals. Material type. So this field is important, very important, material type. So how do system identifies what kind of material it is? That means whether it is a finished goods or it's a raw material, it is a finished goods, semi-finished goods, it's a packing material, it is a service material, it is a trading material. How do system differentiates and identifies it? That is through material type. So material type will tell system what kind of material it is you are supposed to create now. FERT, finished goods. Okay, finished goods means FERT. HALB, semi-finished goods. ROH, raw material. KMAT, variant material, variant configuration material. VERP, packing material. LEIH, LEIH. VERP is the external packing material. This is the packing material. HAVA, trading goods. DYNE, service material. What is service material? Anyone?
Service material spare parts, it's like.
What is that?
Any spare parts like service material, anything?
No, spare part itself is a
Sir,
physical material, right?
IT services,
Service material, banking.
service,
You take
maintenance,
banking,
maintenance.
right? All the banking products are intangible. Or else you buy a laptop,
Intangible.
along with that, yeah, you buy a laptop, along with that, you buy 1 year AMC. So that AMC is service material, right? This is external pack, sorry, this is returnable packing. What is returnable packing? Returnable packing. Your LPG cylinder is a returnable packing material. You just consume the LPG gas and return the gas cylinder, right? So what are crates, pallets, whatever you return to the vendor back. If you don't return, it will be charged, right? So crate, pallets, these all things are returnable packings. So these are the different material types which we have. So most of the training we will be discussing only FERT, and only after when I tell go for HAVA. See, whenever you're practicing, you choose only FERT. Don't select anything other than FERT. If you select anything FERT, this will not work, because every material has its own unique fields to be maintained. If you don't maintain them, system will not allow you to proceed, right? So don't select any other material type until I tell you. Select only FERT. This is finished goods which we are supposed to deliver, right? So
Praveen,
FERT, yeah.
Praveen, in case if we have to differentiate the material, whether it is imported raw material or local raw material, is there any distinction like that?
We are not supposed to discuss about raw material. That is part of MM, right?
Okay.
So raw material handling, whatever we are discussing is which we are able to deliver as an SD. It can be finished goods, it can be semi-finished goods, it can be service item, or it can be trading item. Only these four materials are related to SD. Rest other materials are for the MM. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, then you told FERT and LEIH, no? Packaging material.
Yes.
So while selling to the customer, we will go for FERT or else we will go for LEIH, sir?
LEIH is packing material. Okay. Let me
Okay,
show
sir.
you somewhere it will be. LEIH is a packing material. Sorry, VERP is a packing material. LEIH is a returnable packing. Somewhere if
Okay,
you
sir.
see
Then in
document.
that situation, which one we will use, sir?
No, there is a clear distinguish, right, between these two. See, your product, you take cough syrup. Cough syrup comes in,
Packing only, no, sir?
that is bottle, that is packing,
Packing.
right?
Yes,
But
sir.
if you buy 10 cartons of cough syrup, how you receive it?
In the cotton, sir, like in a box.
In the
Cotton.
carton, but all the 10 cartons has been put into, all the cartons will be placed on what? Crates,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? So that crate, you have to return it. Okay. So somewhere it will be LEIH. I could not find. If you see, just stop me. LEIH, returnable packing.
Okay,
So
okay,
which
sir.
we should give back to the customer, sorry, vendor. That is returnable packing. Usually, normally it is verb packing material. Any material is packed, right? Capsules or anything. But this is the
That's what,
returnable
sir. While
packing.
creating material master, we will go for VRB or else FERT. That's what we ask.
Depending upon what material you are supposed to create, what material you are creating, basing on that they'll do. This is not a SD job. This is FI job to decide.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
So what material type it should be, that is part of MM part. MM will decide. As I told you, the major scope of material master is MM. Our scope SD is very much limited. Our scope is very much limited. But as I told you, so it's not meaningful if we discuss only SD part. So that's the reason we are discussing other areas also. But you will not be supposed to maintain them in the real time. Okay. So let us enter these details and press enter. So as I told you, select only particular views, don't select other views, because there might be some mandatory fields which you have to maintain and we don't know what to maintain, right? So in the WM module or MM module, we don't know what to maintain. So let us leave that. So select only the views which I'm selecting so that we can proceed as an SD. That's it. Only these views. Okay. Say okay and mention your organizational elements. Right. So system will take you to the screen where you need to maintain the data. Right. So I'll do one thing. I'll go back to the already existing material, MM02, and the material is 100. Right. So the first field. So this is the material name which we are given, but what is that material? 100 doesn't make any sense, right? So there should be some description of this material, whether it's a casing or pumps or pipes that you mention here, right? Description is a mandatory field because you write this material for your this purpose, right? But there should be meaningful, so that you mention it here. Pieces, this base unit of measure, that means how you manufacture and store this material, whether you manufacture these materials in liters, pieces, cartons. How do you do that? What is the unit of measure for you to manufacture and store this material? If it's capsules, how do we store capsules? Bottles, right? So if you manufacture a car, how do you store your cars? Anyone? What is the unit of measure for car?
Could be piece.
Each.
Each.
Each
Okay,
unit,
each.
each unit.
Yeah. So that's how you maintain that particular here. So this screen is completely which module maintaining is basic data 1 mm, right? So that is unit of measure. How do you manufacture and store that material? Old material number. Let's say we just migrated from some other ERP to SAP. So in my legacy system, we used to call the product name as A100. A100. But in SAP, we want to call the same material with aspirin 100. Usually it is aspirin 100 for, but typo this thing, we call it as A100. So now again, we want to call it as aspirin 100. So there will be some for the customers, users, right? So who have we just migrated from the legacy. So old material number, we maintain it. That means in the legacy system, if you are calling this material name with some other number, you just put it here for the reference of users. Division. We already discussed. Any material you manufacture should belong to one division. This is where it's maintained. So here where we tell system, this material belongs to which division, right? Product allocation. Product allocation is a very big concept altogether, again, the availability check. So product allocation is nothing but reserving stock for some customers, customer groups, distribution channel. It can be anything. See, there can be some production critical materials. That means you cannot manufacture more than 100 materials a day, right? So that is the production maximum capacity. So whenever you have such production critical materials, but your customers are more, supply is less, demand is more, then what happens? You need to take care of every customer, right? You cannot just sell it to only important customers. So how do? You reserve the stock. That means you create some customers or customer groups and you tell, okay, this 10 quantity goes to this customer group. This 50 quantity goes to this distribution channel. So like that, you classify and you assign it here. Product allocation, how you configure. That itself is a big concept that we'll discuss at the time of availability check. The next, explant material status. Explant material status. If you see status in the material master here like this, if you see a status field, you'll see valid from on the right side. If you see status here, you'll see valid from. X means across. X means across. So the functionality of this field is across all the plants. See, materials are plant specific. Okay, materials are plant specific. Let's say I'll take Tata Motors. Tata Motors, which manufactures cars, all the automobiles, right? So they have two divisions. One is civil and one is the military vehicle manufacturing. So will they manufacture, so let's say Tata has some 3 plants. Will they manufacture military vehicles in all the plants? They don't do it, right? There will be a separate plant where they manufacture these military products. So this materials does not belong to this plant. So always materials are plant specific. That means we will maintain some materials in only some plants. Okay. So what are the plants this material is available? Across all the plants, you want to block this material for sales. If you want to block this material for sales, maintain this X plant material status and tell system from when you want to block it. Okay, from when you want to block it. It is a calendar, so maintain the calendar from when you want to block it, right? So that is X plant material status. If you want a good example for that, you know Maggi noodles issue in India. What was the issue for Maggi noodles? Couple of years back.
The enhancer, they were using the MHD enhancer, which is like not permissible limits.
Right. So what happened? The government has put a ban on it, right? So you know any government decision says that immediate force. So how do you block this material for sales? Immediate force X. You block it, and all the government decisions comes with valid from, but they don't give valid to, because this should go through some laboratory tests and the reports should come, and you don't know how much time it will take. So, right. So valid from, that means from today onwards this material is blocked for sales. So once the tests, everything has been done, lab reports, everything has come and it is safe, then you just remove it. You remove the validity and you remove the explant if you want to do the sales, right? So that is explant material status. Then next, what is the weight of the material? Gross weight, net weight, and all the things. Yeah, go ahead.
I remember that there is one more status where the batch is restricted. So saying that this particular batch cannot be sold. So
Okay.
here, if it is done at explant material status, it means does it mean that it is going to be at material level and considering all the batches?
Yes, it's not about the batch, it's about the material. This material in any batch, in any plant, it will be blocked by fails.
Okay, thanks,
Okay.
Praveen.
Yeah. So this is this is the weight of the material, and what is the weight you are calculating? It's in kgs or whatever it is. You can
Praveen,
mention it here, right? Yeah, Shadu.
Praveen, there is a question. Uh,
Go
as
ahead.
you said, material is plant specific. So we are creating this material 100 for a particular plant.
Yes, you can extend
Then
it if you want. You can extend a material from one plant to other plant. So,
no. Actually, my question is, if I blocked this material here in this plant, so
hmm,
where is the link that it will also block in other plants?
you are telling here, right? You are telling system here across all the plants. You are not specifying any plant here. Across all the plants.
Okay.
There's lots of
Okay.
background possible. Okay, it's across all the plants. This is across all the plants, right? So the next is material group and general item category group. These two are the integration points between SD and MM, and these two fields we'll discuss later once we come to the sales org one tab. Okay, so now itself we'll discuss them. So three fields: division, material group, general item category group. These three fields are integration between SD and MM. So if I go to sales org one, you'll see the same fields again here.
Raveen, can you repeat what are the three fields or three areas where it is integrating with MM? Division,
Yeah. Division, material group, and general item category group. So division, material group, and general item category group, even base unit of measure also. So let's go to our area of interest, that is sales and distribution. You can see base unit of measure. So from where it's coming, basic data one, it is pieces here. You go to basic data one, it is pieces. So if I go to basic data one, you'll see the same pieces, right? The same thing is getting copied into sales org one pieces. Division 01. So from where this is coming? Basic data 1, it is division. Material group 001. Sorry, sales org 1. Material group 001. You see? So I'll do one thing. I'll change the division here in the sales. You see sales? I'm not in basic data 1, I'm in the sales. Let us change this division. Right? Let me go to basic data 1. You see here? This also has been changed to 0100. So this is the sync between SD and MM. That means, see, if MM says that I'll maintain it as 01 and SD cannot say I'll maintain it as 00, right? There should be a sync. You change it in sales, it will update into the basic data. And if you update in the basic data, it will update in the sales argument. Just excuse me a moment. Sorry, everyone. Yeah. So you have seen, right, the integration. So how it works. So if it is 0, 0 here, and if I go for sales arg 1 as well, this will be showing 0, 0. So if I change again this to the 0, 1, and this will also get updated in the basic data. So it's not that the SD will maintain something and MM will maintain something. It should, if I change it here, it will reflect here. If I change it in sales arg 1, it will reflect here. This is a sync between these integrations, right? So this should be always actually 0, 0. Yeah, let's go to sales arg 1, and we have seen pieces and division. We just already discussed. We manufacture and store the material in pieces, but how do we sell them? Let's say you are manufacturing cough syrup. As an individual, if I want to buy a cough syrup, I go to a pharmacy, and will I buy a carton of cough syrup, or I'll buy one bottle of cough syrup?
One
bottle.
One bottle. If dealer goes to the plant to buy cough syrup, how he buys that? Bottle or cartons?
Cartons.
Right?
Cartons, bulk buy.
That is sales unit. That is sales unit. That means how you sell to customers. So as I told you already in SAP, SD module, it is, when I say customer, it is a dealer or a distributor. It is not individual end customer like me or you, right? So we manufacture and store it in pieces, but how do we sell it? In cartons. In one carton, how many pieces should be there? That we do conversion here in the additional data, unit of measures. Here we tell system one carton is equal to 100 pieces. Okay, one carton is equal to 100 pieces. That means if customer has to place an order, he has to place orders in the cartons. One carton, two carton, 10 carton, whatever it is, but not in pieces. Right? So this is sales unit. This is very important interview question. What is sales unit not vary? Sales unit not vary. What is this? Sales unit not vary. See, you see cartons here, right? But when I create a sales order, I can change from cartons to pieces, pieces to each, whatever it is, whether it is allowed or not. You leave it blank. You are telling user you can change sales unit in the sales order. But if you activate this, cartons will come into sales order, and that is freezed. You cannot change. That means user is not allowed to change the sales unit in the sales order if you activate it. That is sales unit not vary. Right? This is a very frequent question nowadays in the interviews. What is sales unit not vary? Then next is
Sir, can you please repeat, sir? I'm not clear on
what is
that.
that?
Sir
See, when
Pranay here. The sales unit and sales. I'm not clear. Yes.
sales unit not vary means you cannot change the sales unit in sales order. If cartons is determined, it should be cartons. You cannot change it to pieces. When? If you activate it. Okay. If you leave it blank, user is allowed to change. Okay.
Suppose, sir, if we leave it blank, then it can be changes from carton to pieces. Is that this message, sir?
Yes. Let's say we create an order. So I create an order. So it shows pieces here, right? Whether you are allowed to change it to cartons or not. You see, I changed it to cartons.
Yes.
When I can do that, I can do that only when this is blank. Okay. Only when the sales unit not vary is blank, I can do it. If I activate this, system will not allow you to change. Got the point?
Yes, clear.
Yeah. X distribution channel status. As I already told you, if you see status, you will see valid from on the right side. If you say X, this is across. Earlier, we have blocked material across the plants. Now, we want to block the material across all the distribution channels. Okay? Across all the distribution channels, we want to block the material. Or else, if you want to block the material, only a specific distribution channel. D chain specific means distribution channel Specifically, if you want to block a material, you maintain it and valid from. Delivering plant. What is the criteria for plant determination? Anyone? What is the criteria for plant determination into sales order?
CMIR, customer master and material master.
CMIR, customer master, and material master. So we haven't discussed CMIR yet, but so you don't know. But in customer master, where we have this similar field called as delivering plant. Customer master.
Shipping tab says shipping.
We have it in the shipping tab, right? So that means system will first
Yes.
go to the CMIR. If we could not find this plant, it go to customer master shipping data in that delivering plant. If it could not even find there, it will come here in the metal master and check. Even if it could not find here, then system will throw a error, right? So this is delivering plant. Then next is material group. So this is grouping of material with similar characteristics. So if you want to group the material which are with the similar characteristics, you can group the materials here. Just, it's only a key. That's it. 001 is a key which is created, and user would be maintaining what all the relevant materials under that particular material group. Tax, whether this material is taxable or not, basing upon the same customer. Some materials are not taxable. Some materials are double taxed. You take tobacco, you take alcohol, they are double taxed. You take jute, jute is not taxable, like that. So depending upon what material you are maintaining here, the tax will be maintained. This data will be given by business anyway again. Then next is minimum order quantity. If you see, system has thrown just a warning for me here. You see, take minimum order quantity 100 pieces into account in the item. System is telling me you take minimum 100 order quantity. That means if I want to place an order for this particular material, system is recommending me to take minimum 100. This is minimum order quantity. You see, here we maintain minimum order quantity should be 100. So that's the reason system is telling this is only a warning. I can ignore. Press enter, I can ignore. But system just give a warning saying that if you are buying this material, it should be 100 quantity minimum. So from where? Here. Minimum delivery quantity. That means the same. If you are delivering this material, it should be minimum 100 quantity or whatever it is. So not specific 100. So what should be the minimum quantity to be delivered? You can mention here. Delivery units. We manufacture in pieces. We sell in cartons. How do we deliver it? Let's say customer has bought 50 cartons. So how you will deliver it? So five cartons I will shrink wrap and put on pallets and I will deliver, right? So what are the delivery units you are supposed to deliver? That you mention it here. The delivering units. So this is manufacturing unit, this is sales unit, and this is delivery unit. So in which units you are supposed to deliver, right? And the next. So this question is for already working SD consultants in this batch. Only for working already SD consultants. See, I haven't maintained any condition record VK11 for base price, but system is picking the base price into sales order. How? Anyone? You face this question in the interview? Haven't maintained any base price condition record, but still system is picking the base price into sales order. How? Anyone? You have come across this scenario? Any SD consultant? So even working consultants, 99% consultants don't know this even in the real time. Because in the material master, we maintain selling price of the material. Okay. Usually in the material master, we maintain, in the material master, we maintain cost price of the material. Only cost price. And Selling price we maintain in pricing concept. In the pricing concept, we have a transaction code VK11. In that, we maintain condition record saying that my base price should be $1,000. Okay, we haven't maintained this. In the VK11, we haven't maintained, but still system is picking price $1,000. So how it is possible? So the first answer comes from anyone in the interview is we maintain in Metal Master, but we maintain in Metal Master we maintain only cost price, that is VPRS. So from where this price is coming, that is conditions. This conditions tab. 99% consultants don't see this; they ignore it. What it is. So what is this material we are discussing now? This material is 100. Okay. So VK12 PR00. So what is the price of material here? 458 euros, right? The material price 100 is 458 euros. In the Metal Master, if I go and click on these conditions, okay, sales price maintained blocked by another user. Okay, I'm in this screen, so system is not allowing me. Let me close. You have seen this, right? 458. You see, 458. I'll do one thing. I'll make it as 500. So where I'm doing, I'm still in the Metal Master screen, MM02 screen. I'm still in the Metal Master, 500. Save it. Now I'll go and check in VK11. So that change mode of price condition, VK12. You see, it has been changed 500 here. So this is the sync between the base price which we can maintain in the Metal Master. So usually consultants think that only cost price is maintained in Metal Master. No, not cost price. We can also maintain selling price in the Metal Master. It's not only cost price, we can also maintain selling price in the Metal Master. That means without maintaining that VK11 condition record, we can also pull the price from Material Master. It's possible, right? That is through conditions tab. That's through conditions we can do it. And yeah, material statistics group. Sales are to view material statistics group. Statistics, we have seen similar field in Material Customer Master also. So as I already told you, if you see statistics somewhere that is relevant to reporting and analytics, so system will pass. That means whether you want to pass this data to the reporting tools or not, that is controlled here, right? And then next, see, I'll tell you 3 questions now. And out of these 3 questions, you go to any interview, 1 question you will face out of these 3 questions for sure. General item category group, right? So the 3 questions, what is the time now? Okay, we have 15 minutes, right? Yeah. So the first question is, what is item category? Okay, what is item category? That's the first question which you would be facing in the interview. So item category controls how that material should behave in the sales document. Okay, the answer is item category controls how that material should behave in the sales document. That means if it is a finished goods, the behavior of a material would be different. If it is a free goods, material should not have price. If it is a trading goods, system should raise a purchase order to vendor, right? So how that material should behave in a sales order is controlled by item category. So when you create a material and you in a sales order, that means when you enter the material in the sales order, system will pick an item category. Item category itself is a very big concept with configurations. We will discuss that in the next couple of sessions. So this item category will control how this material should behave in the sales order. That's the first question. What is item category? But how this item category comes into sales document? How item category comes into sales document? That is the second question. So how item category comes into sales document? That is through item category determination. Again, we have a concept called as item category determination. So basing upon that concept, an item category will be decided. That means for this material, what item category should come into sales document. So how does item category determines happens with parameters? There are 4 parameters in item category determination. So the first parameter for item category determination is sales document type. Let's say OR, order OR. Item category group. This is item category group. So what is item category group? It is one of the parameter which will help us to determine item category into sales document. So other 2 are item usage and higher level item. So this is norm, this is blank, this is blank will help us to determine item category. That's what we have seen tan, right? So what is item category group? Item category group is one of the parameter which will help us to determine item category into sales document. Very, very important question. As I told you, out of these 3 questions, you go to 5 interviews, at least in minimum 3 interviews, you face this question, any one of this question. What is item category? How item category comes into sales document? What is item category group? And the last question is, what is the difference between general item category group and item category group? What is the difference between general item category group and item category group? So what is item category group? Anyone? What is item category group?
As right now you told it's parameter to determine item category in sales doc.
Right? It is one of the parameter which will help us to determine item category into sales document. Right? This is item category group and this is general item category group. This general item category group, okay, let me again log in just a moment. General item category group, basic data 1. You see, in the sales org 2 view, we have general item category group. In the sales org 2 view, we have a general item category group. And if I go for basic data 1, the basic data 1 also you see general item category group, right? That means general item category group belongs to which module? This belongs to which module? MM, right? So any data in the basic data 1 is related to MM, right? So what is the difference between general item category group and item category group? That is, see, item categories are not only for SD module. In MM also we have item categories. In SD we have sales order. In MM we have purchase order. In SD we have item categories. In MM also we have item categories, right? So this item category group is one of the parameter which will help us to determine item categories in outbound logistics. SD means we deliver outbound logistics. MM means we receive the goods. So this general item category group will help us to determine item categories in inbound logistics. Got the difference? What is the difference between general item category group and item category group? This is one of the parameter which will determine item categories in the outbound logistics, and this will help us to determine item categories in the inbound logistics, right? So these are the 3 questions which is very important for the interviews. And the next is material pricing group. This field again we'll discuss at the time of group condition concept in the material master. So just leave it at this point. Account assignment group. If you remember, we have seen similar field in customer master itself. Customer account assignment group, and this is material account assignment group. It's one of the parameters which will help us to determine revenue GL accounts. That means all the finished goods material. Domestic customer buying finished goods. I want to post it in this GL account. Foreign customer buying finished goods. I want to post it in other GL account. So this is one of the parameters which will help us to post that particular values into different GL accounts, right? So we'll stop it here today, and the rest will continue tomorrow. Yeah. Any questions for today?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, the last we have discussed about the baseline, sir. If you want to check in the system, what we have to do, sir, is for the material, we have to check in pricing also.
I did not get you.
Sir, just now we have discussed about 1 minute, sir.
Base price.
Yes, a base price and that. So
Okay.
we have to check in pricing, which is VK11, VK12.
Yes. Yes.
So by creating material, the pricing will be formed, sir.
See, usually the price we don't maintain in material master selling price. We maintain in VK11 condition record.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but we have an option to maintain price in the material master itself. We have an option. Okay, so consultants are trained without this knowledge. Consultants have only knowledge saying that if it's a price, we need to maintain only in the VK11. But we have an option here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir,
Praveen,
while creating a sales order, sold to party and ship to party, the tab is there now, sir. It's got grayed out. What to do actually? It's got suddenly it's got
That is
grayed out.
Venkatesh server.
Yes, I guess, sir. Actually.
Venkatesh server, right? Yeah, I removed it already. You can check. I created order now, right? This is Venkatesh server.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Why it happens and suddenly actually like the yesterday while practicing it happened.
Because someone has blocked the document in partner functions. See, how do we maintain partner functions? VOPAN, right?
Yes, VOPN. Yes.
VOPAN, we maintain partner functions. We discussed only customer master, right? But as I told you all at that time itself, partner functions can also maintain at the sales document levels, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the sales document, what they have done is they have changed it for sales document type OR. The standard document type should be TA. The standard partner determination should be TA. They have changed it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if you try it, you go to VAPN and you change this and see again it will be blocked. Okay. I removed that block. You can proceed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any others? Any questions?
Yeah, Praveen, Anagha here. You said initially length of the material master is 18 characters, right?
Yes.
So like the material number, but here now what we have taken is 100.
Up to 18. You can maintain even one digit also.
Okay.
You are allowed to maintain up to 18 characters.
Okay.
Okay. It can be 1 character, 2 character, whatever it is, but it cannot exceed to 18.
Okay. Got you.
Okay.
And regarding the partner function and partner determination, so who maintains it?
Consultant.
Consultant's job, right? Okay.
Yes.
So end users are not involved in that. They don't have
No.
access. Okay, thank you.
Right. Yeah. So we'll call it a day today and catch up tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll continue with this material master and we'll finish it. Right.
Praveen,
Go ahead.
this is from customer master exercise. Few questions were there. Like if user is duplicating customer master record, creating twice the same customer, system should give warning, error and all that. Got it.
Message number 145. Somewhere the configuration will be in the SPRO. Logistics execution. Where is logistics execution? Sorry, logistics general. SPRO, logistics general, business partner, and customers. Under customers control, under control, change message control for customer master data, message number 145. Customer found with the same address, check. That means if customer is duplicating, this will restrict you. Okay.
Okay. And this configuring credit management system is blocking the order for credit. What could be the reason this one was lost?
Payment guarantee procedure is missing. In the billing tab, we have a field called as payment guarantee procedure, right? So if that is missing, even though customer has enough credit balance, system will block the order.
Okay, and this prerequisite to combine multiple order into single delivery.
Yeah, we have order combination. In the shipping tab, we have a checkbox called as order combination. We already discussed it.
Okay, but you told that that has become obsolete or something like that.
No. It was available.
Okay, and what is business area?
Business area is not there. From ECC6, business area has been removed. If you want, it's there. The definition is in study material, but business area has become absolute from ECC6. It will help us to trigger the inventory valuations. Okay.
Okay, I don't know that. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Sir, yeah. So when we'll get the study material, sir?
I already sent it, right, Pranay? You did not get it?
No, sir.
Just later. I sent it to everyone, Pranay. Okay,
Sir,
let me check. No, I remember I sent to everyone this many days. It's almost 13 classes. Okay,
yeah,
send me a
no,
test
sir.
email. I'll send it to you.
That
You got
okay, sir. So one mail came. The contents are there. So
it?
the
No,
where
just
you
send me a test email. I'll send it. Don't worry.
okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So see you all and catch up tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll finish this material master. So I hope we are picking little pace. We are going little fast. So start your preparation because just today we have discussed almost 20-25 fields. So as and we proceed, the burden, lots of subject we will be learning. It's not that simple what we have seen in the enterprise structure or customer master. As we proceed, the intents of subject will become very complex. So start your preparation. See you all and catch up tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night.